Okay, now it's fucking working. Let's go. Now it's fucking working. Yo, let's go. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Periscope, live on Twitch, live on Mixer. It's Sunday fucking morning. A beautiful morning, but better late than never. I feel like that's becoming like the catchphrase almost. Yeah. We got to do better, artists. We got to get here on time more, but it's all good. We're working on it. We're here. Nonetheless, coronavirus ain't stopping us for shit, but we drinking Corona, though. Sipping on these Ronas real quick. Fuck the coronavirus. This is actually the vaccine. If y'all wanted to know, this is the vaccine. They're trying to say that Corona, like, sales are dropping and shit like that. Well, fuck that. Corona stock going back up because this is really the vaccine. So cheers to that. Cheers to that, y'all boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're lit. But nonetheless, welcome to Emano Talk. I got a special guest in the building. I got Kush Clarke. And no, that's not even just an artist name. That's actually his fucking name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's good, on, bro, man? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, man. It's a nice one.
It's a beautiful Sunday. It's been a crazy-ass week.
Yeah, it's been a crazy-ass week.
Yo, here, but talk to the people. Come up and talk to the people.
A lot of shit's been popping off. What's going on?
Nothing, man. Let me start off by saying congrats on becoming a father, first and foremost, man.
Thank you.
How's it been so far?
Tiring, but it's been like the greatest thing ever, bro. Any little moment, you know, with the baby that I hold her, you know, it's a fun experience, you know, and me being so young, a lot of people would be like, oh, you don't get tired or whatever. I was like, nah, from the moment she was here till now, it's been great, you feel me? And then I got my gorgeous girlfriend, she be helping me out a lot with that, you feel me? So we take turns and everything like that. So it's been a fun experience. Altogether, it's been fun, you know what I mean? But if anybody's, going into planning on having a kid and stuff like that, you will have to sacrifice your sleep. If anything else, you're going to have to sacrifice your sleep. But other than that, it's great, man. I love it.
Blessings, man. Congrats. How old are you, bro?
I'm 21, turning 22 this year.
21, turning 22.
Yeah,
that
April
boy.
30th, I'll be turning 22. So
young fathers out here doing their thing. Not 420, but 430. So wait, so your birthday's April 30th?
Yeah.
Mine's April 29th, bro.
Oh, shit, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Tars gang.
Yeah, hell yeah. We out here. We out here.
Tars gang.
All right, where is it? It's on this arm.
Yes,
I got a Taurus right here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Damn, but where to begin, man? I mean, it's wild because, like, I feel like I partially know you. Because, like, I know your sister. Like, I work side by side with your sister. Shout out KK real quick.
Yeah, shout out Kirsten, bro. Shout out to the whole family.
See, she just chimed in right there, right? But shout out KK real quick. But at the same time, like, as an artist, like, I definitely want to get to know you because, like, it's wild how I got to know, like, your whole crew and everything, right? Because we've had YVY on the show before.
Yes,
bro,
sir.
I'm just in this room one day. We're on our hiring freeze at work, and me and your sister are working on a project, and she starts just playing his music. And
Yes,
she's like, oh, this is my brother's friend. Like, he's real dope. I'm like, for real? She's like, no, but you don't understand. My brother makes the beats. Like, my brother is real lit, too. Like, and he also raps. And she's like, yeah, when like they were younger, like they'd perform in front of the family, but now they're really doing their thing, like they're getting plays. And I was like, well, let me see his SoundCloud real quick. And she showed me his first. I'm just like, oh shit, okay, like it's all like gas, getting numbers, getting plays, and then she plays me some of your beats, bro.
Yes,
I've been impressed with everybody that she showed me from your crew, with Santoyo too. Obviously, we got YVY right here, so shout out YVY.
And shout out to those boys. Shout out to Santoyo in New York doing his thing. Shout out to Alex, you feel me? Illustrator, he's with me in the back. Got YVY. I knew YVY since day one. I mean, you probably seen from the last podcast, high school, you feel me? Like early high school. Like since then, it's always been solid, you know what I mean? And shout out to everybody, Ember Woods. Shout out to, everybody that's doing their thing. Florida-wise, shout out to, Scraps, Pier, Zuda Zach, shout out to all those people that are actually like, putting on for Florida right now,
Yeah.
And people that have actually supported me, because I've taken my time. There's real life shit that goes on in life, so you have to focus on that aside from your craft.
Especially
like
preparing for fatherhood.
Exactly. And aside from that, and those are just people that like consistently like supported me and backed me through everything. So shout out to all those people. Dirty Creep, you feel me? Hey,
oh my God,
Australia. you know what I'm saying? But shout out to that
Australia
boy.
Gave Tom Hanks the corona. So I mean, how much of a hoax is it now? I really don't even know at this point.
Know. Is it still an AI or is the government just?
I don't even
Tom
know.
Hanks is straight
we gotta
right now,
we gotta get Creep to come back in here and talk a little more.
We gotta get him to talk.
We just gotta get him to talk.
about to blow people's minds, but yeah, drunk conspiracy podcast.
Yo, I already
bro,
told
that'd be
y'all were
ridiculous,
saying that you
bro.
wanted to make a podcast. I told y'all pull up. We could do like a little tester run if y'all want. Mono talk featuring the whole crew, whatever we pull up. But we could set something up. We could get that going.
That'll be big gas.
Yeah, that would show. But speaking of big gas too, you also got this whole thing going on with PYD Exotics, bro.
Yes. So first thing, yes sir.
Yo.
That's the second bar, bro. Emano, you should start rapping, bro. Stop playing, bro. We're gonna have to throw you on.
Yo, no lie, all right, no lie. And I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I got bars and shit, right? Just for the fuck of it, sometimes like me and my girl, we be driving and smoking and shit, and like a beat will drop and like I'll just start like saying shit off the top of my head just for the fun of it, you know? Like I'm not even saying it like to be like, oh, I'm gonna make a track one day or something like that, but like, you know, when I'm having fun with it, I'm really feeling it. Like, you know, sometimes some things come out, you know, people don't know what they're gonna expect.
Like, yo, all right, but yeah, PYD Exotics, pretty much what PYD is and what PYD stands for is pay your debt. And that's my clothing line. At first, when like I said, when me and Lou first started way back, you feel me? It wasn't even called Pay Your Debt, it was called Kush Collective. And you feel me? Look, I just said that. It was just like, yeah, bruh. I had shirts come out in high school. It was Kush Collective, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty long sleeve, whatever, legendary shirts, you know what I'm saying?
To this day, bro, if you have one of those shirts, like you could resell them for like $2,000.
Yeah, bro.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the resale value 2,000 max on that. No, but for real though, like it was a rare. You feel me? Then you know, as time grow on, and you feel me, I was like, you know what, let's turn this little collective into like pay your debt. You know, and pay your debt is pretty much like we all owe a debt in life that we owe to make the best of it. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, you're here, you're doing a mono talk. You know what I mean? That's what you stand for. That's what you're looking forward in life. You know, you want a mono talk to be that. That's your debt that you owe to life. You owe something. You know, you don't want to just sit. Who wants to sit in day by day and just like
wonder what their purpose is?
Yeah. What is my purpose?
That's what I'm saying. People don't understand. You gotta go find your purpose.
You have. That's the debt you owe in life, bro.
Yeah.
So from the moment you're born, you're destined to do something. What is it? What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So that's all what paid that, and it turned into being more of a clothing line because I went to Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale for graphic design. Same place Alex went. He went for illustration. Dirty Creep, Santoyo. That's how I met Santoyo.
I was about to say, is that how y'all linked up?
Yeah, that's Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale is how everybody came together. I knew him
from high school.
Yeah,
I would never met none of them.
Yeah, you feel me? So,
okay, so everything just naturally
and he was
clicked.
rapping, exactly, and Santoyo was rapping, but Santoyo was in there for graphic design too. So me and him clicked, you feel me? Whatever the case may be, and then I was like, you know what, bro? Hey Lou, I know somebody named Santoyo. Let's get him. Let's start working on him. Start pulling up Centro, Big Body Fried, drinking, and then immediately them two linked and then started making hits. You know what I'm saying?
Because I would have thought they knew each other first.
Exactly.
Like they seem like they've known each other for years.
It's the chemistry, bro. It's the chemistry.
Especially
with
you.
Bro.
You said like you have ties in New York too, right? And this man's in New York right now, so like I would think like there's something that like kind of like ties there as well, like family or something that knows each other.
Yeah, man.
That's wild, man. That's what you gotta love about it, like that natural order of life, like literally.
You feel me?
It just happens.
And ever since then, I don't think. There's people that's come along, you feel me, and stuff like that. But this is a little solid foundation that we have. You got YVY with Kill the Club, and you got me with Pay Your Debt, and we're all together, but we all have our own entities. We're all our own individual people. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what pretty much Pay Your Debt is about. We got clothing dropping this week, by the way. Designs finished, so we're working on that.
Damn, a lot dropping this week because we also got 2 new tracks that we're gonna drop today.
2 new tracks that we're dropping. 3 new tracks.
Oh, 3 new tracks. Okay, we got a third one.
We got 3-track EP called Monochrome. You feel me? Black and white. You feel me? If you know what monochrome is, you know what I mean. It's shades.
Monochrome exclusively on Emano Talk.
Exactly.
Real lit with it. You see?
Again, bro. I thought the lyricist. Stop playing.
Someone just drop a beat behind the audio of this. Just put some beat, like a beat behind the audio of this, man. You might actually get something out of this.
You might get something out there, you feel me? But yeah. So we have an exotic. So pretty much, name's Kush, obviously, but I like to smoke. You know what I mean? I like anything that has to do with weed, cannabis, anything that is about that, revolves around it. I love it. You know what I mean? Just recently, I've been searching and looking around. I was able to meet up with a grower. You feel me? That's as much I can say without incriminating myself. You know what I mean? But I was able to meet up with him, and we got things going and stuff like that. So I have an exotic cannabis line coming out We have the special packaging coming out in maybe about 2 weeks after the shirts drop.
Yeah.
So once that drops, it's all part of season 1. So Pay Your Debt season 1 is gonna include music, visuals, clothing, and the exotics. You know what I mean?
Everything that goes in the culture.
Everything that goes in the culture. You feel me? That's my reach is all of that stuff. That's where I can reach. That's my knowledge. So why not use all of it? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have to. So the clothing's gonna drop this week. We're dropping the 3 tracks today on Emano Talk exclusively. You feel me? And then yeah, we're just gonna keep that ball rolling. Keep it. I'm trying to consistently every 2 weeks have something drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's clothing, whether it's new exotics, whether it's music, visuals, everything. You know. And the visual for one of the tracks that I sent you today will be dropping this week along with the clothing. You know what I'm saying? So everything's going to be coming in one. I like to do everything with a big bang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I don't like to scatter things out. I like to wait, sit back, regroup. If I can't do it, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I like
you
to,
can't force it.
Yeah, I say it because I know it's going to happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I talk about it, but it takes its time. But now I got everything going, so everything's going to drop with a bang. So, you know, we're dropping the 2 tracks, 3 tracks is today. We got the clothing coming this week. I got to go into the print shop tomorrow. They're tripping on me yesterday. I tried to go in. They're like, "No, we don't do production on the weekends." I was like, "All right, whatever. I'll come in on Monday." So, but yeah, we get everything going, and I'm trying to go legal with the exotics. You know, by 2021 when they pass the ballot and everything like that.
Yeah.
When you can actually start knowing what to put on the packaging and the labeling, you know, because there's rules and regulations that go by all of this stuff, you know, until they actually pass certain type of laws and regulations and stuff like that. You have to stay within a certain code, you know. So by 2021, if the ballot pass, all you smokers out there, go vote for real. Yeah, that should be going legal. I'm trying to get that going, you know. And I appreciate all the love that everybody's been showing.
Yo,
towards
everything's
it,
been
feel
looking
me?
gassy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And yeah, you got to take that legal route, obviously, because there's a big ass market now. Like, look at what Cali's doing. All these big ass brands like Runson, Ball of Berries, and Gas House, Big
you know what I
Owls,
mean?
all that stuff. Cookies, obviously, is a big
And-
one. Yo, they're becoming billion-dollar companies
Yeah,
sooner rather
easily.
than later. Like, they're on their
Easily.
way up. Burner's making bread.
Burner's making bread, and
Bro, he's
and
got a strain called Gary Payton. Like, Gary Payton's an
we
NBA
smoked
legend.
it. I've gotten it.
That's what I'm saying, like, that's
you feel
fire.
me? Yeah, you feel me? We've smoked it.
Shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
shout out to Burner, bro, because
Because
he's
I
really
feel
for
like this
culture.
exotic thing started with Burner, in all honesty.
Yeah. It started with as soon as he made
Cherry pie.
yeah,
Cherry pie was
cherry
the first
pie.
one, if I'm not,
Yeah, it
if I
was
recall
cherry pie.
correctly. Like, I mean, like he had the thing with cookies, obviously, but like I feel like once he made cherry pies, like when
I
the
think it was Khalifa Kush that really started that.
yeah, because
He
then
made the
obviously
Khalifa
people
Kush
thought to
4
themselves
years,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, like I could
Burner.
grow my own strain. Like it's not just based on like OG, diesel, all that. Yeah,
From when he started with the Khalifa Kush and then moved forward from that, that's when the culture was really like, all right, this is what designer cannabis is. You feel me? He's got his own strain, and then it's gotten to where it's like, it's not so much of a competition, but it's like a friendly competition. Who has the better strain? Who has the most, you know, frostiest? Who has the most tasting, most head high euphoric
now at
strain,
this
you
point,
know?
I feel like it's like a farmer's market. It's
It
like
is a farmer's
everything
market.
there is just fire. Just it
Yeah.
depends on what day you want to get what.
Exactly.
Because you be going to
who you
farmers
want.
market, it's like you got the Mediterranean tent, you know, you got like the Jamaican tent, you got the Colombian tent. It's like, what am I feeling today? Like when you go to like these little farmers markets, that's what it's becoming. Because you even have these events in Wynwood and shit where it's wild.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Jet Life Group for
Yeah, Jet Life, yo, Reefer Mania,
Reefer
they
Mania,
mad lit with it. I've been out there.
I will be appearing to Reefer Mania. I should have a booth set up and everything
Oh,
at Reefer Mania.
now you're making me feel like I gotta go to this one for sure, bro.
Exactly.
I gotta pull
You
up
feel me?
on
Just
you.
little things. You feel me? I don't want to speak on it until I get it actually into play. But I've been talking with them and everything like that. So I'm trying to get a booth and that stuff organized for Reefer Mania for
Yeah.
the 18th, I believe. Of
Yeah, I
April.
think it's of April,
Yeah.
pending all this craziness going on,
Pending
obviously.
Yeah, pending all this Corona stuff going on. But yeah, I'm trying to get that done as well. So yeah, so far so good, man. I'm just trying to hustle through it and just make sure I stay consistent. You know what I mean? Everything's got to be about consistency, whether it's the exotics to the clothing, to the music, to the visuals. It's got to be consistent. So I'm trying to do that shit if not every Sunday, like every Sunday, every 2 weeks on a Sunday. I'm trying to religiously drop something, you know, something for the culture, something for myself. You know, it's not just, you know, for everybody else. It's mainly for me because this is what I do. It's therapeutic for me. I like to make music whenever I want.
It's
you know what
art,
I mean?
bro.
Yeah,
It's not
you know what
just
I
art.
mean?
It's your art. It's your
Exactly.
craft. It's something that like you put your energy into.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people who aren't, you know, like the creatives, have an insight but don't fully understand like the idea of like when you're trying to translate your thoughts into the music.
Exactly.
Because I feel like a lot of the time, like artists, they come here and they're just like, I've never really known how to fully communicate like how I can express myself. But then when they touch music or like art,
It's
like in
easy.
general, like with clothes, how you're saying and stuff like that, like that's how you're able to express it. So before we started like, you know, recording and everything, we were actually discussing that you're a producer first, right? You made
Yeah.
beats first.
I'm a producer first. If anything else, I started off with music. That was my pride and joy. Back when, shout out to back when. It was back when, and this EDM producer who's very big now called is Vincent. He performs at mad decent block parties and all that type of stuff like that. Pretty big now, but that's when I first started off with music, and I kind of got a love for it because EDM trap, Mr. Carmack, you feel me, Hoochie, stuff like that is what kind of drew me in. And then I had who was it it was Alchemist and people like that. When I heard their fire, you know, when I heard their beats, I'm like, oh, you can do a lot more with it. But mainly Mr. Carmack, he did something special with beats that I was like, yo, I want to start producing. Let me start producing. And I was in 7th grade.
Yeah. And what program did you start on?
FL Studio.
Yo, shout out FL Studio.
Shout out FL Studio.
Look,
I'm keeping strong with that.
One thing that gets me upset with FL Studio, right? So I'll give you a little story real quick. I went to not AI. What's the other one? There's SAE. You know that other school?
Okay.
I took a tour at SAE, and I'm going around SAE, and like it's me, my mom, and like the tour guide, and the guy goes, what program do you use to produce? Because I produce as well. I haven't done it since I really started the show, but like you know I also produce beats. And I told him like I use FL Studio and I use Machine, but I was like primarily FL Studio, and he like started laughing. He's just like, he's like, oh, he's like, that's not standard in a real studio. And I looked at him, I was like, you do know like there's Grammy Award winning like Billboard top
on FL Studio,
FL Studio, bro. I will say this to all creatives: it don't matter what program you use. If you're able to make the sound and you know the experience you wanted to create on any program, it could be fucking GarageBand. I use Audacity to record the audio on this. So
Audacity, we used to use Audacity.
I'm telling you now,
like any Reaper, like any program that you can use, it doesn't matter. It's just how you mix it, master it. It's just how you want to learn. Like if you want to take that time to learn, master that program, it's gonna come out beautiful sounding anyway. Because all these programs are meant to make music. You know what I'm saying? FL Studio. I was talking to somebody the other day at a studio, Mix Masters, down here in Miami.
Shout out Mix Masters.
Yeah, shout out Mix Masters. I was like, yo, you guys work with FL and stuff like that. They're like, nah, Audacity and you know, not Audacity, but Ableton and
Ableton and probably like Logic and all
Logic,
that shit.
You know what I mean?
And Pro Tools, obviously.
Exactly, and they have their equipment that's mainly set up for those, you know, sound drivers for Ableton and Logic and stuff like that. So I'm like, where do I fit in? You know what I mean? Do I just bring my laptop and hook it up to an aux cord? I
always used to bring my laptop, and then I would send the beats through, and then every single time the engineer would drop one of my beats, he'd be like, all right, like I can see what you do. It don't matter what program you do this shit on, bro. As long as you could get the vision out, then that's all that matters, right? If the people could catch on to your vision, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing. Don't let people tell you what program you're using or what method you're doing.
Don't let anybody make you think that you can't produce or you can't make music on whatever you make music on is what you make music on.
If people tell you 2 + 2 = 4, it doesn't mean that 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 don't equal 4 either, or 3 + 1 don't equal 4 either. Shout out Zolly on the mathematics. Shit. I'm kind of like keeping an idea on that, bro. So shout out Zolly on that.
Yeah.
Yo, K just says Corona sponsor them, boys. We got you, Corona. I know it's a deficit right now, but I got y'all. So if you want to sponsor the show, we fuck with Corona.
Big Rona.
Also, honestly, Flanagan's.
Flanagan's. Yo, on every single show I've been watching, there's always
cups.
a fan of.
This is the first show
bro.
Probably in like 10 weeks that I ain't have a Flanny's cup because we're sipping Corona because of the holiday season, right? Because tis the season to be jolly.
Season, you know what I mean?
Right.
On a Sunday, Big Rona's on a Sunday.
Yo, but let's jump on into a track. We got 3,
yes,
right?
Sir.
We got 3. We may as well drop one right now,
yes, sir.
right? Should we drop that feature first? Should we drop that feature first?
You sent him the feature. There's the YBY.
Yeah.
No, not the one we made, but the one that I sent you a while ago.
This one says Kush and YBY.
Yeah. So as the beat. So this one was the beat. I don't when I make files. Any producer knows this. When I make files, I just like name them. Like, so if we were gonna collab on a track, you feel me? I put Kush Clarke X YBY.
Yeah.
So that beat right there was a beat I intended to make for him, but it's been a while, so I'm just like, bro, let me just throw it on.
Well,
the
who
EP.
knows? It might end up having a feature on it.
Yeah, let's get it, bro.
Let's run it.
Get it, run
Let's
it.
run it. Here we go. This is Kush Clarke. Let's run it. Track number 1 that we're debuting today, exclusively on Emano Talk.
Yes, sir. Run it up. Run it up. Sir.
Okay, so that's just the instrumental right now, right? But I could see YVY on
Exactly,
that shit.
like a nah.
Yeah. And see, somebody on Twitch said Goldberg disapproves, but I don't think it's because of the song. It's because of his face. But real hip hop heads would know if it's a fire ass beat, that's the face you're gonna make. So that's why
Yeah.
Goldberg's making that stank face right now. Okay, because Goldberg's like, oh shit, that's actually banging right now.
Real
Okay,
shit, real shit.
and he's the universal champion at the moment. Whether I agree with it or not, just let me tell you, if Goldberg is like that, then he agrees. We fucking with Kush Clarke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a beautiful Sunday. Welcome to Emano Talk. Right? And we getting people on YouTube saying straight fire. They're fucking with it.
That's what I'm
YouTube's
talking
fucking
about,
with
bro.
it.
That's what
I'm
talking
fucking
about.
with
Shout
it.
Out, shout out. Shout out.
Yes, man. But where are we going to go from here, right? We go producer. Right now you're talking about how you are looking to rap.
I am looking to rap. I'm trying to get into it. And what made me really want to get into it was the intro track of the EP. That track, I made it, and I sat there and I thought about it. I was like, yo, this, I can actually, like, let's see if I write something to it right now. Like, I might be able to come up with something pretty fire. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause actually, like, it was one of those beats, like, I made it, like, universal so somebody can rap on it. So then when I'm listening to it, I'm just like, all right, I can rap on it. You feel me? And let me just freestyle, smoking, whatever, chilling, you feel me? And I sip a little Rona tea, and I'm like, yo, I just be freestyling to my own beats. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, why not? You feel me? So soon enough, whenever I build that confidence, I will be trying to rap. You feel me?
Okay.
But until then, you feel me? I'm trying to really dig deep into the craft of producing. You feel me? I know a lot. I'm very knowledgeable now, but I'm trying to like dig real deep, like put my feet down and plant it in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And keep that bitch going. So I'm just trying to go and go.
Keep
and
the
go
wheels
and go
turning
and go.
at
Keep the
that
wheels
point.
turning. You feel me? And when I'm comfortable with that, then you know, if I'm already comfortable now, but when I'm satisfied, you feel me? That's when I'll move on to the next project. So right now, producing, clothing, and the exotics. You feel me? If anybody needs any graphic design work, let me know. But that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Man of many talents, right? One thing I'm thinking about how you were just saying, even like keep the wheels turning and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing I think about with the wheels turning is like, I'd rather have, excuse me, first time I ever burped on the show, but I would rather have the car that can run for 10 years consistently, right?
Yeah.
And it was kept in great condition rather than the newest, shiniest car that was beat to shit within like the first 2 or 3 years.
Of course, everything's got to age well. If it doesn't age, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? All of YVY's tracks, I can listen to it. I've listened to old tracks from today.
Bro, when he came on the show, I told him, I was like, bro, I listened to your SoundCloud top to bottom like 2 times.
You
at
can,
least.
you can. If your music does not age, I'm saying this right now. Any artist is right. If your music does not age, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's crazy because I feel like that's where Waka was coming from when he called himself like a whack rapper. Like it's not like he was a whack rapper, but he realizes like, all right, like, you know, like I was telling my homeboy the other day because he didn't really understand. I was just like, bro, you're not gonna be like 65 in a nursing home bumping hard in the paint.
You feel me?
You know?
Hey, but no cap though, Walker. Walker is tripping because
he's still fire. I already said it. 50K is my shit. 50K is one of the hardest songs ever.
Bro, Walker is so fire. You feel me? So for him to say that, it kind of puts the standard in the bar. Like, all right, if he makes these hits and that's how he's thinking, you feel me? How should I be thinking about my own work? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell
type
yeah.
shit.
And that's why he was saying he's like I listen to like KRS-Ones and Nas's and stuff like that, like because that's timeless music because like you're able to listen to that in any mood. Like if you want to get motivated, you could bump something like Represent. If you want to be chilling, you could grab like 444 by Jay-Z and like there's growth in that. And you could listen to it like as a middle-aged man or something like that, or even an older man and get something out of it.
That's like, if you want to own all your masters, there was this track by Westside Gun and Royce.
Shout out Westside Gun.
But I'm hard. Right now, that's like
all of Griselda.
If you all of Griselda.
That's all I've been bumping all week because that's the realest shit out.
The past 2 months.
Aside from when Jay Electronica shit dropped this week.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't even bumped that yet.
Bro, every song features Hove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fire.
It's hard.
All right, so I kind of wanted to like start a debate, but I feel like it's still kind of early. But like on Twitter yesterday, I asked the question. I was like, since every song on Jay Electronica's album features like Jay-Z, should we just consider it a collab album? If so, like, what is actually the better album, depending on what aspect we look at it? Would it be Watch the Throne or a Written Testimony? And I said, I believe, like, musically, with the consistency, quality, and the message that's meant to be put out, a Written Testimony off the first day's listen, yes, so far I like that. Time could affect that choice, though, but obviously.
That's the thing, though, is like, if Hov collabed on every single track, you might as well make that a collab album.
That's what I'm saying. It's basically a collab album.
Basically, not. Maybe there's legal issues.
Well, I mean, Hov, don't forget, Jay Electronica signed to Hov, so I'm sure Hov can just be like, yo, it doesn't need to be an official feature, an official collab.
He's probably trying to run him all the bread.
And at that, it was a surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to everybody. You could surprise the fans that way.
He's probably just looking out for the little homie. You feel me? Trying to get him right. You know what I'm saying? With all those royalties and stuff like that. But yeah, Royce the 5'9" said it on a track with Westside Gun. He was like, at the end of the day, if your music doesn't age, like if you own all your masters, that's cool, that's great. But if your music doesn't age, you know what I'm saying?
Don't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit. You're not making money off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything, and it's not about the money aspect of it, but it's just like, all right, people are not listening. After 4 years after the fact, people are not listening. You feel me? And that's why I say Walker's tripping, because shit, when I'm like 50 years old, I'll be bumping hard in the paint with my daughter in the back seat, and she's
your
like,
grandkids and shit.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Going hard in the paint, bro. Walker was fire. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I sit back and I think and I look at the the old heads, and like they set a standard. You feel me? For themselves, but they gotta understand, the standard that they set is cool now, but they also inspired a younger generation like us. You feel me? So they looked up the Nas and stuff like that, which we did too, because we're not that 1998. We're not that young. You know what I'm saying? We're young as shit, but we're not that young. You know what I'm saying? So we got a little bit of knowledge, like 50 Cent. Like, bro, I can bump old school 50 Cent any day. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yeah, man. You just
like one thing I just kind of envisioned was like, like grandkids coming up to a grandpa and be like, Grandpa, like, what kind of music did you listen to back in your day? And it's like, come on over, kids. Like, listen to this. Presses play, and it's like, like hard in the paint type shit.
Right? That freaking, you got City Mori. There all types of crazy
that's
shit.
Wild, right?
Rage
Play them
Against the
some
Machine.
Waka.
They're going to be like, yo, you listen to everything. What the heck? You know what I mean?
Like, Grandpa, what the hell was going on back then? Why are you so angry? But it's wild. It's wild how like everything kind of like like evolves, but at the same time history repeats itself in that sense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you look back at like the 80s going into the 90s, like I feel like there was really no direction in music in the 80s, and like that's when like hip hop was really getting created. At that point, rock was fading out, disco was kind of the in between. It's like, all right, now you look at the 90s, like heading into the 2000s, like grunge rock is fading out, EDM is kind of coming in, hip hop is finding its sound again.
Yeah, you feel me?
2010s and all that.
And stuff like
it's wild. So how do you feel like as the times evolve, like you're going to look to keep like your sound, not only like true to what you want, but also to make sure that it catches ears? Because like Hove kind of does that. Like he could get on a new beat, but he always makes it his own because he always has like a different flow, new entendres, stuff like that. How do you feel like you look to do that as an artist, or at least looking to get into like the rap game?
That's a good question, and the best way to answer that is just stay on your toes and be evolved. You feel me? Learn, take in as much information as I can. Like, the game's you always evolving. You feel me? Every time I meet up with Lou, he's always on some next level shit. You feel me? So it's just like, take the tools from whoever I can. You feel me? You have to grow with the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
You can't, like, if you're just stuck in one mindset, like, I hate to say it, Lil Wayne, shout out to Lil Wayne, big GOAT, you feel me? Best rapper alive. But he's still stuck in a certain mindset that's like, yo, I'm the best rapper alive.
Yeah, but he's the best mixtape rapper alive, is what I like to say.
You feel me? Yeah,
you can't discount Wayne, but I already said it. I think Funeral was more of a mixtape than an album, in my opinion.
Bro, it was more of a mixtape than an album.
Yeah, there was a lot of songs. There was like 22, 23 songs.
Again, he's still stuck like back in old Wayne. Like Wayne is just stuck with Wayne. You feel me?
Yeah.
He hasn't like evolved with the game. Like he just recently started doing features with people like, you know, Lil Baby and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's just, you know what I'm saying? If he would have been on game when everybody
Don't forget, he didn't
up,
even know that Kanye was doing the Sunday service and shit.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If he was growing with the game, evolving with the game, bro, it's gonna be no issue. That's
he got stuck in those old ways. Like I feel like at the time he was conquering things where he was saying he's like, I don't listen to nobody else. It's because like you are a part of the competition. It's like now also if you want to remain a part of the competition like as years keep going, because now you're talking about 10 years removed from like the Carter 3.
Exactly.
Right?
You feel me? You gotta evolve.
You got to evolve with the game. You got to do something different and make sure that you become something.
The young bulls be the ones that be, you feel me? The young bulls are putting on more game because we think we might know something, but the young bulls might know something we don't. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn from them.
That's why I keep bringing y'all young boys through, man, because what are y'all doing that it's working? And that's why I got to figure out. That's why I want to have y'all here. Let's talk about it. Let's see what you put in your work ethic that maybe somebody out there might need you for that inspiration.
Exactly. And that's why I fuck with the people I hang around with, you know, Alex, YVY, all these people, you feel me? It's just because like they learn something, they're not afraid to pass that on to me. I learned something, I pass it on, and then we all bounce off, and everybody
is rewarded off of that.
Exactly, you feel me? Everybody's learning off of each other. Like, okay, that's what you're doing. Let me learn, and let me see if I can do it this way. You feel me? Oh, you're learning. Let me see if I can do it that way. You know what I'm saying? And then like, all right, oh, your views are going up. That's you're being consistent. All right, bet consistency.
What was it that you added to your formula that equated to that I could maybe attribute to mine?
Exactly, you feel me, and stuff like that. What can I add and subtract? You feel me? That's what I mean. Why you have a group of friends? You feel me? And we're all in the same shit if we're not gonna help each other. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So that's the point. Don't be stingy, y'all. You feel me? Don't be stingy with any information.
I always say there's like a few steps in life, like when it comes to having a good work ethic, and that's observe, absorb, adapt, and pretty much like I don't want to say conquer, but like, you know, execute.
Yeah, of course.
Like that.
Like I was telling all my friends, I was like, yo, if y'all, all my rapper homies, if you can learn how to produce, do that shit. You feel me?
Mac Miller was a big example of that. He used to not know how to produce, and then at one point he was just like, my sound isn't coming out the way I wanted to, so I'm just gonna learn to produce. And that motherfucker became not even a producer, like a musician, a full-blown musician, like pianos, guitars, bass guitars, all that stuff. Like he was able to apply that everything to his music, and that's when his sound transcended. Like that word is like you can't use that word unless like your sound becomes its own unique sound. So that's why his sound transcended into his own like vibe. Like he had his own vibe. Like you knew it was hip hop, but you also knew it had a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this as well.
I mean, shit, going from, you know, Nikes on my feet to, you know, swimming and all that stuff. Like, bro, transcendent. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole different vibe. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, yo, Luke was like, man, I need to learn how to produce. I was like, bro, all right, bet. What's up? He's like, what's up? He's like, I'm about whatever. That's Lewis's favorite thing. He's like, bro, I'm about whatever. I'm like, all right, bet. Let's get it. Flipped open the laptop. What? It took an hour sesh, 2 hour sesh, and then the next day, bro, my dog's banging out tracks by himself.
Yeah,
you
man.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
when he came here, he told me, he's like, yo, I just started producing, and I was like, bro, honestly, like the way you made it seem was like you've been known to do this shit, like, me? And that's dope.
He kind of did. He just, you feel me? Sometimes you need like a person to sit in front of you and be like, yo, this is how you do it exactly like that. If you do it exactly like this is the come out you're gonna get, the come out that you want to get. You feel me? So it's not like I helped him to say like, oh, I helped him like, oh, I taught him how to produce. You feel me? He always had an idea and always had to know how to do it. But I was just like, all right, bro, this is you use this and that to get this. You feel me? And from there, he was like, all right, bet, say no more. My dog's producing. You feel me? San, whenever I get to see San again and he comes back down, he's another person I want to put on the. Yo, you gotta learn how to produce. Yeah,
especially if he's in another state.
You feel me? You gotta learn how to produce. You feel me? As much as you can know, because most of these rappers nowadays, like, look at Chief Keef.
Stack up your toolbox. Honestly, stack up your toolbox, because that's why, like, in the MLB, there's this player, Mike Trout. Mike Trout is called a 5-tool player. There has not been a 5-tool player in the MLB since probably like 20, 30 years before his time. Like, otherwise people are like, oh yeah, that's a 3-tool player, 4-tool player, stuff like that. Mike Trout is like one of a kind.
5,
like, who do you feel like is like inspiration to you on like transcending a sound?
Transcending a sound, inspirational wise, I would say, damn. From where they were to where they are now, I can't lie to you. I hate because I'm looking at bigger names and I don't like to look at bigger names. I have to say my dog Lou. He transcended his sound from where he was, because that's the only person I can like. There's other people in the big names, but I can think of right now off the top of my head from where they were to where they were now. My dog Lou can he can vocal now. He can sing a little thing. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he
his shit
he
can go
come
for
through
some
smooth on the
from
track,
some
like,
mosh pit
you
shit
know what
to
I'm
like
saying?
some bar for bar
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, you feel me? Like he can come through on the track. You know what I'm saying? So from where he was, like he was always like mosh pit. You feel me? Like type music. To now he's like, bro, he can make club hits. He can make, you know, boom bap hits. He can make, you feel me? He actually transcended the sound to his own. Like, I haven't heard anybody that sounds like him.
Yeah,
You
like
feel
his
me?
shit gets dope. Like I would say like there's some sounds like he touches where it's like, all right, like he's like kind of like stepping into new territory, but like most of the time it's like him like, if anything, adopting a sound, not even like going and like, you know, like trying his weight in a sound. Like most of the time it's like he adopts a sound but like takes his like own take on it.
Exactly.
And that's where it comes
me?
into play. Like that's just mad dope. Like he has some sounds that like, you haven't heard really since like the mid 90s kind of situation. And it's real dope to like see that coming out of Broward especially.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's run a second one.
Let's get it.
I think it's about that time we run a second one. So this one's the intro here. So let's run that. This is that Kush Clarke intro.
Visual dropping for this sometime this week. I just need to finish editing it, but this week this is coming.
And this is an Emano Talk exclusive. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
That's that intro.
Yes, that
and what's the name of
intro.
the EP again?
Monochrome.
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 Monochrome. And that's the intro exclusively on Emano Talk. Yo,
Hey,
that
yo.
shit's real dope, honestly.
Hey, yo, my sisters are funny. My sister's like, yo, stop saying you feel me. Hey. That's
Hey, you feel my dog?
Hey, bro,
Do you
but
feel my
me?
dog,
Hey,
though?
you feel me is like another great filler, bro. Like, everybody has their filler, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me is just like, bro, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? That's like my filler, bro. Like, I feel like if you...
How are they going to tell you what to do as
You
you're,
know-
you're
you
your
know-
own
you know what I'm
artist?
saying? You-
Man.
Bro, you
Internet
feel
thugs.
me?
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
you feel me?
Oh, shit. But, yo, that was honestly dope as fuck because, like, it had that old school, like, filter to it to an extent, but it's like when you hear the actual beat, like it's just mad dope. Honestly, it sounds like
it'll be a lot clearer when I guess because it was through iMessage files or whatever. But when I posted, it'll be a lot clearer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that it was like that old school.
it kind of had
thug.
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of like that Long Live ASAP shit.
Yeah, you feel me?
Like I can hear like Ferg on that. I can hear like Rocky on that. But at the same time, I can hear like Ho 50 on that kind of shit.
I tried to
West
make it
Side,
as
Benny the
universal as
Butcher.
I can. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why I was like. That's why I said I made it universal.
Definitely
so
that New York sound though.
Yeah, when I'm sitting down smoking, I'm just like, all right, like I can let me freestyle to this because it's universal. Like definitely, like you said, that New York type of, you feel me? That style, that vibe. Really, I try to do as right now. My beats are trying to be as grimy as possible. You feel me? Like I like these little grimy, dark beats. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Try to get that one going.
Wow, somebody's putting a bunch of nonsense on Twitch.
I was about to say.
I don't know what people are trying to put. Well, listen here, Twitch,
Speaking in
man.
code,
He's putting the coronavirus on my Twitch. I'm about to deactivate that shit. Oh, man.
No, speaking of code.
Dog, what have you been making of this whole coronavirus thing?
Honestly,
Because, like, I feel like we have to talk about it almost. Like what else is going on in the world other than Emano talk, right?
honestly,
the coronavirus.
Yeah, and the coronavirus. I feel like right now this coronavirus is. They could be downplaying it, but if they're not downplaying it, for the most part, it's just like, nobody's really that we know of is getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, just be clean, bro. Just wash your hands and shit. Don't like, you feel me? There's a pandemic every year. You feel me? It was Ebola last year. It's coronavirus this year.
I like, I'll say it like this, right? Do I think this is going to have a long-term impact on the world? No, I don't. I think when we look at this 10 years from now, this ain't even gonna mean a fucking thing.
Oh no,
right?
It's probably gonna last like 2 months. And
but we've never seen the world react to any sort of those kinds of like viruses or diseases like this one. But when you look at it, it's wild because it's like, what is it now? Like over 2,200 confirmed cases last time I checked.
Yeah,
and it's like 48 something deaths, like in the U.S.
But
so
that's social media though, you feel me? Everybody sees, like, for instance, toilet paper everywhere sold out.
Bro, I saw the store cameras for this one grocery store. It was a mob of people that went crazy. And I bet you like people like had issues over it and shit, like probably almost fighting and shit in the store.
There was people fighting. I seen a video on Twitter of somebody fighting. And it's just like, bro, you guys are buying all this toilet paper first. You're not buying no canned goods. What are you gonna eat toilet paper, bro? You gonna starve, my nigga?
Wipe your ass to death?
You know?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's a social media thing too. Like, if it's like, China's already clear. You feel me?
Yeah, they already said that they've passed the peak of the disease.
Yeah, you feel me?
I feel like we should just like take 2 weeks off of everything. Like, just pause the world for 2 weeks.
Just for 2 weeks, see what happens, see what goes down, find a cure, do whatever you gotta do. But to cause this widespread panic and everything like that, I mean,
it's wild.
It's wild. You feel me? Because shit like this happens every year. It's a flu, bro. You know, just stay clean. You know, go to the bathroom.
I saw someone posted like, "Oh, 4 of my friends has it, but they all said they're feeling like they're having the flu."
Bro, you know what I mean? And it's like people, bro. Somebody, for example, my sister's boyfriend, he got a little sore throat.
Yeah,
you're smoking too much. You feel me? A little sore throat. I think I need to go to the hospital. I need to get checked. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying, bro? No, bro. You're gonna go to the hospital and catch that shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? Relax.
Well, I mean, thank God, like on CNN today, I did see a doctor come on there. He's like, if you do feel like you have it, don't go to the hospital. He was saying, he's like, because you'll just go and get everybody else there infected. Because it's pretty much like if you're within 6 feet of them, like that's it.
Bro, it's just mass hysteria, bro. It's like, bro, if you see it's all over Twitter, and then you like, oh, I have a body ache. Oh shit, I might have corona. Oh my god.
Yo, media is the most powerful weapon in the world. Fuck a nuclear weapon. Media is the most powerful weapon.
Hop on Twitter and say something wrong. I bet your life is
over. How many people have you seen like trolling on Twitter, just like say one thing as a joke, and people are just like, oh well, fuck this, like you're abusing dogs and like, you know, burning babies and shit.
Bro, all types of crazy shit, bro. It's the smallest shit, bro. Like, social media is that powerful of a tool, bro. Like, anything goes, bro. Like, you say one thing, bro, and it's just.
Because, like, you even think of, like, the clout chasers and shit, bro. It's wild. Like, look at Boonk Gang, for instance. This man had to change his whole entire personality around to become normal.
Dog was a Xan fiend, and now he's chilling. You feel me? It's like, damn, bro, you went back from what you started. You feel me? All because it's for the money. You feel me? Like, I get it. You feel me? But it's like, damn, is it worth it? Because now he hates it. Everybody's calling him Boonk Gang. He's like, bro, don't call me Boonk Gang. You feel me?
My name is Kyle now.
Yeah, or something. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and then there's also the people on social media that live for that shit, that drama shit. You feel me? So, and those are the main people.
Because then look at like 6ix9ine in that instance. Like, he went for drama. They
like that drama shit. You feel me? They like
what gets out later
shit,
this year now.
So social media is a horrible tool because you got 3 groups, bro. You got. You feel me? I hate to say it. You got the feminist woman. You feel me? That go crazy.
You got PETA.
You feel me? Then you got the people that just want to incite shit and just be there for
PETA's probably
trolling.
Sick over all of this because people are going and buying steaks and chicken like crazy.
Yeah, bro, just stocking up.
People buying mad meat.
Then they're stuck with it. Hey, coronavirus, we have a cure next week. We're good, guys. No government shutdown, and everybody just racked out on toilet paper. Now they don't have. Now they're wiping their ass for like a year straight. Good,
right?
Clean.
I saw my favorite one has been where it says like, oh, it's 24 years later, and this guy's like, I've been sitting on all the toilet paper I've ever bought. I haven't wiped my ass this whole time. Bro. And he's like, the police are knocking at my door saying to give up the rolls. Bro, he's like, this is my last moment.
I legit ran out of toilet paper the other day. I like legit ran out of toilet paper. And I'm like, damn, bro, because you know you rolling up. If you from Florida, you feel me? You smoke grabba, you feel me?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I do with y'all. I don't on my own.
Oh shit.
I smoke clean.
Oh shit.
Smoke clean.
Dun. But if you got good gas, we like to smoke clean too, bro. Bro, I feel them.
Yo, I literally cleaned out the bong this morning. You put a good pack of gas in the bowl, yo.
It's a wrap, bro. Actually, we stopped smoking grabber for a good little month because niggas was just on that shit too heavy. You feel me? You're back to back to back. But if you from Florida, you smoke grabber or whatever the case may be. And damn, I lost where I was from, bro. I was fried.
Don't get high on your own supply.
You feel me? But
PYD Exotics.
PYD Exotics, you feel me? But yo, and I got something that I got a little PYD Exotics tester for you to try out after the show. You feel me?
Ooh.
So yeah,
Okay,
you guys
okay.
tap into that. But yeah, man, I just this coronavirus is just a pandemic.
It's
Oh
wild,
yeah,
man.
back to that. I was literally ran out of toilet paper. There I am. I was rolling up grab. I was like, bubble guts. I had to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
No toilet paper. I'm like, all right.
You
let's go
wiped your
walk-
ass with the grab, but didn't you?
No. I mean, if all else failed, I mean, I was gonna have to hop in the shower and get right. You feel me? It is what it is. But I walked over to Dollar Tree, and there's mad people hovering over like the toilet paper and stuff like that. And the lady's like, "Oh, only 2 per person." I'm like, "Bro, I just need one." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, if it's going like
Let
that,
me just get 2.
let me
Fuck
just
it.
get 2. Fuck it, it's $1. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
much more extra.
Bro, yeah, and it's just like, it was crazy to me. I'm like, bro, toilet paper is literally sold out right now. You still go to Walmart and stuff like that. There's a lot of canned goods and shit still. You feel me? People are always restocking.
Everybody
and stuff
grabbing
like that.
toilet paper.
Everybody grabbing toilet paper, bro. What's going on with that? I mean,
I have
hand
no
sanitizer,
idea.
I get it. You feel me? But it's like, now y'all choose to be clean.
Hey, my family fucked up. My family fucked up. They bought a mass amount of food and shit. Yo, wrong person to be buying that
Yeah,
for.
it's a wrap.
Mad
bro.
Oreos
I'ma get
and
fried
like
start-
ramen noodles and shit like that. Yo,
no more
they
coronavirus. Why
fucked
not
up.
take a
Mad
trip to the
Corona
kitchen?
too. They bought me a whole pack of Corona because it's been on sale this whole time. So shout out
has been on
Corona.
sale?
Yeah, that shit's been on sale because they've been losing out on money, so they're trying to make it
Bro,
back.
That's crazy, bro. You gotta think for your heads, man. Yeah, like Lewis said, you gotta think for yourselves, bro. Like, come on, like
Shit's wild.
coronavirus, I get it, but like America, come on now. You gonna stop.
could be
You gonna-
better than
You
that.
could do better than that.
Yeah.
China's looking at us as like, bro, this is why we don't want to help y'all.
Yeah. We'll give you money to stay far the fuck away from us. Do all your bullshit in your country. We'll give you the
What?
money to do it.
Man.
Yeah, that's just wild,
It's
dog.
ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. But that's my take on it. It's just mass hysteria. Unless that shit starts dropping bodies in America, like it's
Yeah.
like you know, Italy had like 200 people in 24
Bro,
hours.
I'm supposed to
That
go
was
to Italy
different.
in October. I'm
Yeah.
hoping this shit clears
I
out.
don't know about that, big dog.
I don't know. It's in October, thankfully. We almost 6 months away from that, but
6 months, 12 months. I'm visiting next year.
I don't know. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see how
The
that goes.
full blown
You feel me?
cruise with a balcony, everything going from
no,
Italy
yeah,
to
nah.
Greece to Croatia.
I'll risk it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have
risk it.
to.
I've been in Florida-
At least
I've been
I'll
in
be on
Florida
a
for a
boat
while.
away
I'll
from the
risk it.
shore most of the time, like, you know.
I'll risk it.
But then again, a lot of this shit been happening on cruise ships. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Stay
see.
away from the old white people, man.
Yeah.
You feel me?
My whole family. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Emano's good for the barbecue cookout, bro. You can always come to mine.
Yo, I'll tell you, ask Kay, honestly.
Yeah,
Ask Kay, she
bro.
would tell you I'm good for the
Bro,
cookout,
you-
man.
Bro, he's
She knows
solid for the
I
cookout,
cook with
bro.
seasoning, y'all. I got y'all. I cook with
Man.
seasoning. We're good. We're good, all right?
Hey, valid.
All right, but we about to drop this last Kush Clarke exclusive on Emano Talk.
Yes,
We're lit off
sir.
the Coronas. We about to be lit off the exotics, so let's fucking run it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yo, it's lit.
Sir,
That's
yes,
from the
sir, yes,
Monochrome EP.
Yes,
Kush
sir.
Clarke, right? And he's still yet to even rap, but these beats stupid fire.
Thank you. I
Stupid
appreciate
fire.
that,
So
man.
what can we expect in 2020 from Kush Clarke?
2020, clothing, music, visuals, my dogs. You feel me?
Good smokes.
Good smokes. A lot of good smokes. That's coming. Be aware for that. And yeah, just a whole lot of
A top-notch
consistency.
father figure as well.
Bro, let me tell you about that, bro. Top-notch father, bro. Y'all don't even know, bro. I'm about to go home.
Kush
and hug
Clarke,
my daughter.
Father of the Year 2020.
Father of the Year 2020.
We
you
don't
feel
only
me?
have to vote for president.
Hey, bro. Good dads only. You feel me? That's the only route we're going. You feel me?
Okay.
We don't support none of that half-ass shit. You either there for your child or you're not. Period. You feel me? But yeah, man. That's what you can expect from me for 2020. A lot of shit coming, bro. Especially this week is dropping, and from there, you just want to tap in, because if you're not tapped in, then you're lost. And by the time you catch up, you feel me? Me and my dog's already gonna be way ahead. You feel me? So now you gotta crawl and catch up. You feel me? You feel me? Shit gonna boom out of nowhere. So YVY, VVS, Antonio, we got Moonwave, we got podcast, by the way. We got we got Alex, Internet Kid,
Creep.
We got Dirty Creep. You feel me? We got
Still question
Pat,
in Australia.
Pat, you feel me? Bro, just so many names right now that you just want to tap in. Even the designers right now, Scraps from America, Eric Corbin. Who else? Pierre, you feel me? Everybody, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta tap in. Just don't wait. You feel me? And always support. If you're listening out of Florida and you want to know who's up next, like, tap in. You feel me? Don't be scared. You feel me? You like their music, repost that shit. You feel me? That's how Ski and all these people got big, and now they're your favorite artists. You feel me? Support goes a long way. You know what I'm saying?
I've been
Just
showing
bro.
some
Just
people your
tap
music
in.
too, bro, that have been fucking with you. I've been trying to talk to them about hitting you up about a collab. So we're gonna talk a little more off air.
Exactly.
We're gonna get
You feel
shit
me?
going,
Just
man. I'm telling you.
network, bro. Just people in Florida are kind of scared to, like, everybody's like, survival of the fittest, bro. Just tap in. Everybody just link up and work together, bro, and everybody can get a bag together. That's it, bro.
Speaking of linking
No
up, let them
goofy
know
shit.
where they can link up with you at on social media.
Bro, on social media, Pay Kush Clarke is on Twitter. Pay Kush Clarke is on Instagram. Pay Kush Clarke is on SoundCloud. So Pay Kush Clarke anything, bro, you'll find me. Or just Kush Clarke, period, you'll find me. Because my name's Kush Clarke.
That's
You
his
feel me?
actual name. It ain't an
That's my
artist
actual
name. That's
you
how we
feel me?
started it.
That's how I started it. So, yeah, you can Pay Kush Clarke anything, you'll find me. But if not, just Kush Clarke, and I will pop up. So just, tap in. If you see me posting anything on my story on Instagram that includes my peoples, my dogs, you better go tap into that and double tap that shit too. Don't look at my shit and not look at their shit. I'm not with that. That's it. You feel me? Support.
Hey, y'all already fucking know. And just so y'all know, that's Kush Clarke with an E at the end of Clark. It's not the traditional Clark. We unique out
yes,
here.
Sir, we very unique out here, and we got the lyricist Emano right here. We ain't forget. Nah, I'm gonna hold you to.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see.
saying?
It has
You
to
feel
be
me?
like in the right moment. It has to be like science. But y'all boys got like that crazy science shit going on anyway. It's wild anyway.
You already know, man.
Yo, hey, but first off, shout out Kush Clarke because he brought me 2 new Funkos today, man. If y'all obviously see I love Funkos. If y'all follow us on Twitter, you saw that I posted the Great Pyramid of Funko on there the other day. I just built it. It's wild. I got my exclusives right here in this pyramid. I got all my wrestlers in the first row, The Office, and some entertainment exclusives and stuff like that over here. And I got my AEW corner off the camera. But Kush Clarke actually brought me Nearly Headless Nick from Harry Potter. And I also got a plain crazy Mickey Mouse because that boy knows I love Disney as well. I always be at Disney too as an annual pass holder.
Bro, what's up with you guys in Disney, bro?
Yo, I love Disney, man.
Everybody loves fucking my sisters. Yo,
Yo,
you guys
Disney's
are
lit.
I guess maybe.
Yeah, me and my
maybe I
girl.
haven't been enough. You feel me, yo? Cause I want to go.
Yo,
to Disney, bro.
you just turned 21, right?
I just turned like.
Well, like last year,
yeah,
you just like so you just are fresh
Yeah,
on being 21.
yeah, I
Yo,
haven't
just go to
even drank
Epcot.
yet,
Go to
yeah.
Epcot.
Bro, everybody was saying that.
Just
but
go
they say
to
the drinks
Epcot.
are so expensive.
It's not that expensive. It's like I mean, like yeah,
They said
it's,
it's small drinks.
I
you
mean,
feel me?
like it's not. It depends what country you go to in it. Like
Okay.
sometimes you could get a fat drink for like $10. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But you know what?
It's a fat ass drink, bro.
Go
You're
take your
tipsy.
girl out there one day. Like when Kay or Grams want to watch
Yeah,
the baby,
babysit, yeah.
some shit like that. Yo, just go for
out
a
there
weekend
and
up there.
get
Just
tea,
get lit.
bro.
Like Food and Wine Festival is dumb lit because they got all the country stuff. You're trying all this crazy good food. Yo, it's lit.
Yo, teed and eating, bro. That's about.
And you're in the happiest
Grub
place
season.
on earth. That's what I'm saying. Like that
Yes,
shit's
sir.
dope as fuck to me. You could smoke before. Like, and annual pass holders, like the dope thing is like you have free parking and stuff. So like you could jump park to park. And it's like me and my girl, we be rolling up like
Smoke
park to
real
park,
quick,
just
yeah,
smoking,
just
yeah, or
going,
eating
yeah.
edibles and then going right in the parks and just doing our
Yeah, I need
thing.
to go to Busch Gardens too. That's another thing.
Yeah, Busch Gardens
and
is
Six
dumb
Flags. I
lit
like
too.
roller
Sheikra is
coasters.
crazy.
Yo,
Six Flags is wild. I went to Six Flags in San Antonio.
so
It's
you
just
said
wild.
Sheikra in Busch Gardens?
Yeah, but honestly, the Six Flags I went to in San Antonio made me believe that Six Flags might be the craziest amusement park ever. Like they
I
had the
don't know,
craziest
bro. I'm not trying
coasters.
to- I got asthma. You feel me? I ain't trying to catch it. You feel me? Been on the-
You'll be
It's
good,
like
bro.
A panic attack.
You'll
yo.
be good, bro.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Yo, I
on
appreciate
here,
y'all
bro.
boys
You feel
pulling
me?
up. Hopefully when Santoyo comes down, I can
Yes,
have him on the
sir.
show. I'm trying to have
Part
Creep
3.
back on the show with all the conspiracy
bro.
shit. But shout out them PYD boys. I don't even know all the group names. But shout out all y'all
Yeah,
boys.
feel me?
Y'all know who you
Go
are.
to club, you feel me? DIM, you already know the deal. You feel me? Moon Wave, you feel me? You got these guys, bro. Everybody out my team, everybody out their team. Talent. Tap in.
It's lit, man. But nonetheless, y'all know where to find us at on social media. But before I get on to that, actually, I wanted to make a quick announcement. After April 5th, pending if WrestleMania happens or not, Vince McMahon being the greedy bastard he is, he's holding on out. So shout out Vince McMahon. But anyway, pending WrestleMania, April 5th will be the last show of the season. And I'll probably take a couple of weeks off from there, just so y'all know. I don't know who we're going to come back with yet. I got a couple of names I'm working on, hopefully booking. One potentially big I'm pretty excited for. Hopefully that all works out. But when we do come back, the show will only be airing once a week on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Emano Talk. I love doing the twice a week, but honestly, I'm one man, and that shit gets tiring at times, especially I'm also trying to run a network for y'all who don't know. I run the Independent Creative Outreach Network with Nothing But Facts podcast. Follow them if you fuck with sports, and the Gamble on Ginter podcast if you fuck with sports betting. We got some other podcasts we're in talks with on getting onto the network that I will be helping to produce right here in this very studio. But I do a lot as one man, to be honest with y'all, and I'm trying to maintain. So one day a week it'll become Thursday nights. I hope y'all understand. I'm sorry I can't go double time, but it was fun while it lasted. Honestly, I think we had like 3 months strong, 4 months strong of us just going live twice a week. I appreciate every single person who has tuned in, every artist that has been on the show, and every person who has watched after the fact of us being live. But it has been fun as fuck doing it twice a week. Hopefully when the time comes, we'll be able to go back to twice a week. Hopefully one day we'll be a daily show like on some Sports Center shit. But until that point, I'm going to be going once a week, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. When the date will start back up, I don't know yet, but obviously you can follow us on social media at Emano Talk, at EMANOTALK, to find out all the news once it does drop. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, all that good stuff. You could subscribe, rate, review on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, and all podcast platforms. Listen and watch completely free on emanotalk.com. And we will be back, what's the next one? Thursday with Baz the Nomad. Shout out Poor America and all them boys real quick. But yeah, nonetheless, man, I fuck with everybody. Shout out our sponsors, Marie's Baked Munchies. Those key lime pies are fucking flying. They had some special brownies this weekend that sold out like that. So y'all stop missing out on these goodies, man. I'm telling y'all, this shit has been fuego. Honestly, like fresh key lime pies. I have seen them squeeze the key limes with their hands. I have seen them literally make everything from scratch, and it is one of the most delicious motherfucking key lime pies I've ever tried. I've been a Floridian for all 28 years of my life, so trust me when I tell you, this is where it is at. And any other goodies, if you have custom orders, they do custom like birthday cakes and things like that. Whatever you could think of custom, they'll make it. But hit them up. They got everything, including the deluxe edition. Right? But other than that, y'all have yourselves a great weekend. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Yes, sir.
Many blessings and much love to everybody who tune in, everybody who fucks with us. But yeah, we'll catch y'all on Thursday with Baz the Nomad. So be easy, y'all.